you're watching Just the News. I'm Amrita Balachandra. I'm signing in for Faye today. Let's get straight to it. India's Foreign Minister S. Jaishankar has urged the UK to remove their rule which requires Indians to quarantine for 10 days even if they're fully vaccinated. Now, the UK had ruled that people from India, Africa and South American countries will be considered unvaccinated even if they're fully vaccinated, and that was really the bone of contention. We saw Congress MP Shashi Tharoor and Jairam Ramesh also tweet about this and call this move racist. Now, AstraZeneca's Covishield, which is manufactured by Serum Institute of India, is not recognized in the UK even after similar doses have been administered to UK citizens. Now, after a meeting with his British counterpart in New York, Foreign Minister S. Jaishankar has tweeted, and I quote, urged early resolution of quarantine issue in mutual interest, end quote. In fact, the British High Commission in New Delhi said that the UK was working with India to resolve this issue. Moving on to the state of Karnataka now, the Karnataka government has said today that it is considering introducing the anti-religious conversion bill. Now, no time frame has been given as to when the bill will be tabled, according to several reports. Karnataka Home Minister has said, and I quote, "We're planning to bring an anti-conversion bill. Some states have already brought this. We will study them and we will bring that bill," end quote. Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, Uttarakhand and Himachal Pradesh are some of the states that have implemented the anti-religious conversion law. On to news from Goa now. Aam Aadmi Party leader Arvind Kejriwal has made 7 promises to Goa's youth. Among those promises include jobs for locals in Goa, 3,000 rupees per month until then, 80% private jobs reserved for Goans, he says, along with several other promises which included 300 units of free electricity and 24-hour electricity supply as well. Elections in Goa will be held on February 2022. Also, in a video that's now gone viral, senior BJP leader Bharti can be seen saying that bureaucrats are there, and I quote, to pick our slippers. The video of her comment has been widely shared since Saturday, and following a backlash, in fact on Twitter, she posted several tweets apologizing for her language. Now, Bharti made the comments before an OBC delegation that visited her at her home in Bhopal on Saturday. She said, and I quote, "Bureaucracy is nothing. Bureaucracy is there to pick up chappals. We only allow that. You think bureaucrats control politicians? No. First, there are discussions in private, and then the bureaucracy prepares a file and gets it. Ask me, for 11 years, I have been Union Minister and Chief Minister. First, we have a discussion and then the file is processed. It is all nonsense that bureaucracy controls the politicians. They can't. What is their standing? The truth is we use them for our politics," end quote. Now, while defending that video on Twitter, she said, and I quote, "The day before yesterday at my residence in Bhopal, I met a delegation of backward classes. This meeting was not a formal one. The video of the entire conversation has gone viral in the media. I'm thankful to the media that they showed my complete video because I was speaking in defense of bureaucracy. I am sorry I used intemperate language when my expressions were good. I learned this lesson from today that moderate language should be used even in informal conversations between limited people," end quote. On to news about COVID right now. India has reported 26,115 new COVID cases in the last 24 hours. Kerala has reported 15,768 new COVID cases in the last 24 hours, almost half of the cases that are being reported in the country. Now, the United States is set to lift its travel restrictions for vaccinated air passengers from November. Covishield is the only India-made vaccine that is in the list of approved vaccines as of now. India is among the 33 countries from where fully vaccinated travelers will be allowed to enter. Now, remember, Bharat Biotech's Covaxin does not qualify here because it has not been approved by the WHO nor the US FDA. So far, only 7 vaccines have been approved for use by the WHO. On to news from across the world now. The Taliban has banned the broadcast of IPL 2021 in Afghanistan due to the presence of female audience and spectators in stadiums. Now, this comes after the second phase of IPL 2021, which began on the 19th of September. Former Afghanistan Cricket Board media manager Aim Ibrahim tweeted that due to possible anti-Islam content, girls dancing and the attendance of barred hair women in the Islamic Emirates of the Taliban, IPL broadcast has been banned in the country. Now, the Taliban has also banned women from playing sports in Afghanistan. Meanwhile, Justin Trudeau's Liberal Party has narrowly won Canada's election, but it failed to secure a majority of seats, and this is according to projections from several television networks. Now, according to the BBC, the Liberals are projected to win 158 seats, which is short of the 170 seats needed for the majority Mr. Trudeau was seeking with his early election call. Now, while minority governments are common in Canada, coalitions, however, are extremely rare, and Mr. Trudeau will need to compromise with opposition parties to pass legislation. Now, Trudeau had called the snap election, if you remember, last month. Critics, however, had pointed out that the election was held amid the fourth wave of COVID in Canada and was also one of the most expensive elections in the country's history, costing 600 million Canadian dollars. Now, Justin Trudeau immediately after this tweeted, and I quote, "Thank you, Canada, for casting your vote, for putting your trust in the Liberal team, for choosing a brighter future. We're going to finish the fight against COVID and we're going to move forward for everyone." End quote. On to news from the world of sports right now. Australia women's team on Tuesday defeated Indian women by 9 wickets in the first of the 3-match ODI series. Now, India, who are aiming to post 250 plus regularly to challenge the likes of Australia, could only manage about 225 for 8 in an innings. Now, with this, they have stretched the world record for most consecutive victories across both men's and women's cricket in ODIs to 25 matches. Now, before we leave you for today, we will give you some piece of good news as well. Amazon founder Jeff Bezos has pledged to give away $1 billion in grants this year with focus on conservation efforts. Now, the pledge is part of the Bezos Earth Fund, which commits $10 billion to fund scientists, activists, and non-profit organizations with an aim to fight climate change. That's it here on Just the News. Thank you so much for watching.